Question number 12 is a huge question of verification, that is x cube plus y cube plus z cube minus 3xyz equals to 1 half into bracket x plus y plus z in bracket x minus y whole square, y minus z whole square, z minus x whole square. So what we will do, we will be trying to verify this by expanding all these brackets. So let us see what we can do. We will start with the RHS part. So here let us keep the first bracket same and try to expand the other bracket. So a minus b whole square we will be using. So x minus y whole square is x square minus 2xy plus y square. Same way y minus z whole square will be written as y square minus 2yz plus z square, as well as the last term, that is z minus x whole square. So z square minus 2zx plus x square. We have plenty of similar terms in the second bracket, so let us go for them first. So repeating the first bracket as it is, in the bigger bracket let us see what we have. We have 2x square terms, so let us write it as 2x square. Same way 2y square, same way 2z square. Now we have some term which contain the product, so that means minus 2xy minus 2yz minus 2zx. Clear? So I have taken this half on this side and x plus y plus z on this side. So what I'll be doing, I'll be multiplying half with every 6 terms, making it open with multiplication of this number. So x plus y plus z, then we have half into 2x square, so it will be only x square. Half into 2y square, so it will be y square. Half into 2z square, so that will be only z square. Then minus into half of xy, so that is minus xy. Same way minus yz and minus zx. Clear? Now what we have to do, we have to multiply all the numbers one by one with x, then y, then z. So it will be a very big multiplication, yet ultimately we will get the answer. So x into x square is x cube, x into y square is xy square, x into z square is xz square, minus x square y minus xyz minus zx square. Same way continue with y. So y into x square, that is yx square, then y into y square, it is y cube, then y into z square is yz square. Then moving on to minus xy square minus y square z and y zx. Same way let us go for the z term. So first of all it will be zx square, then zy square, then z cube, then we have minus zxy minus yz square and minus z square x. So ultimately we have 18 different terms, out of which few terms will be cancelled. Just for an example I am giving, this xy square and minus xy square can be cancelled. This xz square can be cancelled with z square x. Likewise, if we cancel all the terms which are having positive and negative, so we will end up with final 4 terms, and that will be x cube plus y cube plus z cube, and we have 3 terms containing x, y, z, 1, 2 and 3, right? So that is why it is 3xyz. So that is how you will verify it. it is a very lengthy verification. That is why I feel this is not important for exam. So moving on to question number 13. Question number 13 is very easy. Again, we have to verify that if x plus y plus z is 0, so that x cube plus y cube plus z cube is 3xyz. Okay, so we will use the last identity, that is x cube y cube z cube minus 3xyz equals to x plus y plus z in the other bracket x square y square z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, right? Because minus 3xyz and 3xyz are matching, so we are using this identity. Now it is very easy. They have told that if x plus y plus z is 0, right? So this term will be 0, so we can write like 0 into x square y square z square minus xy minus yz minus zx, and we know that 0 into anything is ultimately 0. So over here we have x cube y cube z cube minus 3xyz. On the right hand side everything is 0, so can we take this on this side? So that will give you our answer, x cube plus y cube plus z cube equals to 3xyz. Now why this question is important? Because on the basis of this result we are going to solve question number 14. The question number 14 is like, without actually calculating the cubes, find the value of following. So find value of, the first question is minus 12 cube plus 7 cube plus 5 cube, right? If we want to multiply and find out the value, that will be a lengthy method, but we have to take care of this 13th result. So let us see if x plus y plus z is 0 or not. So minus 12 plus 7 plus 5 is equal to 0. So we can use this result for finding the cubes. We just have to do 3xyz. So our answer will be 3 into x into y into z, that is 3 into minus 12 into 7 into 5. So that will result into our final answer, that is minus 1260. Clear? What we did is we take help of 13th number. Moving on to the next question as well. Question number 2. In question number 14 is 28 whole cube plus minus 15 cube plus minus 13 cube. So let us quickly see whether we have 28 minus 15 minus 13 as 0 or not. So ultimately it is 28 minus 28 0. So what will be our solution? 3 into 28 into minus 15 into minus 13. So this cannot be solved orally, so you have to go for the rough work. 3 into 28 into minus 15 into minus 30, we will get 16,380. So why question 13 was important? Because based on question 13 we solved question number 14. Moving on to the next question. The last two questions are very interesting. We will be doing quadratic equation only, solving quadratic equation only, but that answer will be the length and breadth, because these equations are said to be the areas. Okay, so let us, using the middle term, splitting the middle term formula, let us go for the roots, and the roots, all the two brackets will be length or breadth. So what we have to do, we have to split 25 and 12 factors in such a way that we are getting minus 35. Now if you multiply this number and then find out the factor, it will be a lengthy process. So what I am telling you a trick, that you just take out the factors of this. So 25 is 5 into 5 and 12 is 4 into 3. Now if from these four numbers we can have combination of two numbers, then we will get the answer. So let us take 5 4s and then 5 3s. 5 4s is 20 and 5 3s is 15. So if you add 20 and 15, it will be 35, but we want minus 35. So let us make both minus. So we got our two numbers minus 20 and minus 15. So replacing the middle term with minus 20a and minus 15a and writing the first and the last term same. Now making the combination of these two and finding out the common. So 25 and 20 comes in 5 stable, a square and a will have a common. So 5 5s are 25 minus 4. Over here 15 and 12 we can say that minus 3 is common and plus can be written as minus into minus 12. So that is how minus will be also common. So 3 5s are 15 and 3 4s are 12. Check if you are doing correct, both bracket will be same. Writing the first bracket and then the second. So based on these two, anyone can be the length and anyone can be the breadth. Clear? Moving on to the next question. 35y square plus 13y minus 12. So let us go for the splitting process. 35 into minus 12. Keeping minus on one side, let us factorize 35 and 12. That is 5 into 7 and 12 can be written as 4 into 3. So can we have these two numbers like 7 4s are 28 and 5 3s are 15. Why these two numbers? Because if minus wherever you have to put, final answer we want 13. So the first number, that is the highest number, will be positive and next number will be negative. So 28 minus 15 will be 13, right? So we got those two numbers, that is 20 plus 28 and minus 15. So 35y square plus 28y minus 15y minus 12. 2 combination, take common. 35 and 28 comes in 7 stable. So 7y is common in first two. 7 5s are 35y plus 7 4s are 28. Over here both the numbers are in 3 stable, so minus 3 is common. 3 5s are 15 and 3 4s are 12. So 5y plus 4 and 7y minus 3. Out of these, anyone can be the length and anyone can be the breadth. So that is how you solve question number 15. Moving on to the last question and the final question of exercise 2.5. So question number 16 again is a very interesting question. They have given some equations and told that it is the volume of cube and we have to factorize them and find out length, breadth and height. These are called dimensions. So what we are doing is to split and factorize these terms by any method, and we will split them into product of three numbers, out of which one will be length, then breadth, then height. Question number 1 is very easy. Let us try to factorize this. Can we have the common first? So 3 and x is the common term. Then we have x square minus 4. Now we all know the identity a square minus b square. So we can use this identity because still we have to split this bracket into 2, right? So 3x I am writing as it is. X square minus 4 can be written as x whole square 2 whole square. So 3x. Now x plus 2 and then x minus 2. So we have got three different numbers, out of which one can be length, one can be breadth, one can be height. Clear? Now here this is an interesting question, not easy first if you look at it, but if you take common then it will become very easy. So 12, 8 and 20 all are in 4 stable. So take 4 common and k and k will be common. And now if we remove 4k, the inside bracket we have 4 3s are 12 y square plus 4 2s are 8 y minus 4 5s are 20. Clear? Now we have got two different product, 4k and this bracket. Still we have to split this bracket. So using splitting the middle term. Clear? We have to multiply the first and the last number, and then we must get two combination which will give plus 2. Without applying mind, you see these two are the numbers whose difference can give 2. As we are getting plus 2, so keep the bigger number positive, smaller number negative. Clear? So we can write the same as minus 3 and plus 5. Clear? So for our convenience, minus 3 and plus 5 we will write. So 3y square minus 3y plus 5y minus 5. So we have split the middle term into 3 minus 3y and plus 5. 4k repeated, first 2, second 2 we have to take common. So 3y is common. If we left this, we will get y minus 1 in the bracket plus 5 common, y minus 1 in the bracket. So ultimately our answer comes out to be 3y plus 5. So out of that, one is length, one is breadth, one is height. So basically our idea was to split and factorize these equations in such a way that we get 3 different things at the end. If not, we still have to factorize. So we have used simple identity and we have used splitting the middle term also. Ultimately we got 3 things, out of which one can be length of the cube, one will be breadth, and one will be height. So that is all about exercise 2.5. We have completed all 16 questions in different parts. We have